Have you ever questioned the nature of your reality? Have you ever stopped and wondered, is everything I see, hear, and experience truly real? Or could it be something else entirely? Something far stranger than we've ever imagined? From the world of quantum physics to the holographic universe theory, from ancient philosophy to modern simulation hypotheses, science is uncovering disturbing evidence that reality is not what it seems. What if we are not living in a solid, tangible world, but inside a grand illusion? Albert Einstein, the father of modern physics, believed in a stable and predictable universe. He imagined space and time as a vast cosmic fabric, bending and warping under the influence of gravity. But as science advanced, cracks began to form in this classical view of reality. His own discoveries, particularly relativity, proved that time is not absolute, but changes based on gravity and speed. In other words, your perception of time is not universal. A clock near a black hole ticks more slowly than one on Earth. A person moving close to the speed of light ages differently than someone standing still. But things get even weirder when we step into the world of quantum mechanics. Enter the Double-Slit experiment, one of the most mind-bending discoveries in physics. Scientists expected tiny particles to pass through one of two slits, behaving like small bullets. But when they weren't being observed, the particles acted like waves, passing through both slits at the same time. But the moment they were measured, as soon as someone looked, the particles suddenly chose a single path, behaving like solid objects. This means the act of observing reality changes it. Reality doesn't exist in a defined state until consciousness interacts with it. Could it be that our perception is what creates the world around us? Could the universe be a massive quantum system waiting for observation to make it real? Physicist John Wheeler, one of the great minds behind quantum mechanics, proposed something radical: the participatory universe. He suggested that reality isn't something that just exists. It's something we actively create through observation. Wheeler's theory implies that the past is not set in stone, but is rewritten in the present. That reality isn't a fixed, pre-existing thing, but something that emerges as we interact with it. Could it be that our perception is what creates the world around us? Could the universe be a massive quantum system waiting for observation to make it real? Physicist John Wheeler, one of the great minds behind quantum mechanics, proposed something radical: the participatory universe. He suggested that reality isn't something that just exists. It's something we actively create through observation. Wheeler's theory implies that the past is not set in stone, but is rewritten in the present. That reality isn't a fixed, pre-existing thing, but something that emerges as we interact with it. If Wheeler was correct, then the universe is more like a dream, malleable, interactive, and dependent on consciousness. The holographic universe. Are we living in a projection? If reality isn't as solid as we think, then what is it? Some scientists believe that the entire universe might be a hologram. The holographic principle, proposed by Gerard 't Hooft and developed by Leonard Susskind, suggests that our three-dimensional world is actually encoded on a two-dimensional surface, just like a hologram. This theory emerged from studies of black holes, where researchers discovered that all the information that falls into a black hole doesn't disappear. Instead, it gets stored on the black hole's event horizon, a two-dimensional boundary. If this applies to black holes, Could the entire universe work the same way? This would mean that everything we experience, space, time, matter, is simply a projection from a deeper, hidden layer of reality. Are we living in a simulation? If reality isn't as solid as we think, and if it functions like a hologram, then could it be a simulation? Philosopher Nick Bostrom proposed the simulation hypothesis, the idea that if a civilization advanced enough to create simulated realities, they would create countless versions of them. In that case, we are statistically more likely to be living inside one of those simulations than in the real world. Even tech billionaire Elon Musk has claimed that there is a 1 in billions chance that we are in base reality. So, if our universe behaves like a program, if particles behave differently when observed, if time and space are merely illusions, who or what is running the simulation? Quantum entanglement, a universe without distance. One of the strangest discoveries in physics is quantum entanglement, the fact that two particles can become linked, and when one changes, the other instantly responds, even if they are light years apart. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance, but recent experiments confirm it's real. It suggests that information is traveling faster than the speed of light, or that space itself is an illusion. If everything is connected beyond space and time, could this be evidence of a deeper, underlying reality? One that we are only beginning to understand.
What does this mean for you? If everything we know about reality is being questioned, if time is flexible, if particles don't exist until we look at them, if the universe itself is a projection, what does that mean for our daily lives? It means that perception is everything. If reality is shaped by observation, then your thoughts, your consciousness, your very awareness may be more powerful than you realize. Perhaps reality is not something that just happens to you, but something you are actively creating.
Science is showing us that reality is far stranger than we ever imagined. Are we living in a simulation, a hologram, or is the universe a quantum system shaped by our minds? What do you think? Is reality truly real, or is it something much more mysterious? Let us know in the comments below. And if this video made you question your own existence, share it with someone who dares to challenge the nature of reality. The truth may be closer than we think.